Close terrain like cities, forests and mountains, infantry always shoots against the opponent's close defense rating. This makes infantry especially dangerous in close terrain. Also, close defense is used if the unit is ambushed by the enemy. Ah. So the only one that actually has any close defense is the Pioneer. And I have noticed from experience that Pioneers are very good. So I might well try to upgrade my Wehrmacht to Pioneer. Is there any reason not to do this? So Pioneers are slightly more expensive. They take an additional slot. They have more ammunition. They do less base damage. But they do have defense. So Pioneer are better at defending, whereas Wehrmacht are better at attacking. They're minesweepers, they're bunker killers, they have +5 against structures, which we will meet later. And they have entrenchment support. All adjacent friendly units entrench at double speed. Oh, interesting. Mine killer, close combat bridge. Forced march, close combat, mine killer. Forced march means every 3 turns they can move 1 additional movement. Then Wehrmacht, forced march, close combat, half-track support. If this unit is assigned a half-track transport, attack ratings from transports are added to the unit's own stats. Unfortunately, they can't get half-tracks yet. I'm guessing that's an upgrade that comes later. Then we have the Grenadier, who are like the top-tier units. I like the idea of having some more Pioneer, though. That's interesting. So what units did we have already? We have 1 Grenadier and then 2 Wehrmacht. So I think we want to get at least 1 Pioneer in a transport. We'll add you to... In fact, I'm just going out right by you. The other thing I want to double check is to see if my current infantry actually have trucks. Right now the Grenadiers are the only ones that do, so I'm very glad I checked this. So let's upgrade you and give you trucks. And let's upgrade you and give you trucks. It'll make them much better when it comes to using them. Is this game in preview? Yes, this is a preview. And Badass 5 Hawk, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so can I just undeploy everybody? I think I can. Undeploy, 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 undeploy. Oops. Undeploy, undeploy. Because I want to just see my entire army, then I can just deploy them in this zone when I'm ready. And they just appear in this line here instead. Okay, so we have our 4 infantry units, which I think is going to be fine for the time being. I think we could probably do with 1 more tank, and then maybe 1 more artillery, and then some more aircraft. So let's take a look at the tanks. We have the Panzer 1A, which can overrun crippled enemy units, and rapid fire, fires 1.5 times faster. Don't actually know what that means. It just sounds good. Then we have the Panzer 1B, which is a direct upgrade. It has 1 additional ammo and 3 more soft attack, but it does cost 20 extra. Oh, and it also has more initiative. So remember I was talking about initiative earlier. Initiative basically means you get to shoot more often before the enemy shoots back. So the Panzer 1B will do more damage and take less damage when fighting. Then we have the 2C, which has upgraded anti-tank capabilities and also has some tank resistance. 35T, which has significantly more anti-tank and also more resistance. Is that just hard resist? Ground defense. Okay. Then the Panzer 38 TA, which has significantly more anti-tank and significantly more blitzkrieg. So I think we want to go for 1B's minimum. Possibly the 2C. Like, these two aren't a huge upgrade in terms of anti-infantry. We are facing mostly infantry here, although there is some tanks. Yeah, they're Czech tanks, that's what I heard. And Czech tanks were very good. Interesting to see the starting units are different from the north and the south. Yeah, I was watching Ben's game and he did the northern attack, so I thought, I'll do the southern. And it also means, spoilers, in the next mission you start in a different area and your objectives are different. Same area, but different. So the question here is, how badly do I want a proper anti-tank tank? I don't think I do. I think I want mostly anti-infantry. So I think I'm going to go for the Panzer 2Cs. We'll add one of you to the basket. And the nice thing is you can add them to the basket and you just keep like shopping around and it'll show you the total cost in terms of money and also slots. So at the moment we have 10 slots to spend. We've just used 3. Alright, next up. Recon. I think we have enough recon. AT. Gonna be relying on armor for my AT. AA. Gonna be relying on my Air Force. Artillery. I think I do want to have another 10.5 artillery in a wagon. That's 6. Then we have the 109E Messerschmitt fighter. We already have 1 fighter. I don't think we'll need more. The thing which I think instead we're going to grab is a tactical bomber. So we can get the Fiesler Storch. Which are apparently the same thing. Oh no, this is a recon plane. This is an actual bomber. And then this is the Junkers 87B dive bomber. Then we can also get strategic bombers, the Dornier 17Z and the Heinkel 111 H2. Strat bombers are useful at taking out defenses. Entrenchment killer, double entrenchment. And carpet bombing destroys supplies, fuel and ammo when attacking. These guys hit hard. But I think I want a tactical. Now, one thing which I wasn't sure about is how do these compare in terms of the damage they do. So, Messerschmitt are really good air attack. That's not surprising. They have 3 soft attack, 1 hard attack, because you can do strafing runs. And I was wondering if I wanted a Messerschmitt because they'd have higher soft attack, but they don't. Don't know what it means that it's in brackets. So this is a fighter bomber. This one's purely a close air support. So this one does have some anti-air. But I think I'm going to be relying on my fighters for that capability. So I think I'm just going to go straight up for a Junkers. So we're at 9, so we have 1 point left. What would cost 1? Borken Pioneer. Might just leave the 1 point. We could get some cheap AA. We could get recon plane. That's not actually necessarily a bad idea. Oh wait, this is... No, this isn't a recon plane. This is a strat bomber. That's the recon plane. Do I want a cheap strat bomber? I mean... I don't see why not. Poland do have planes, yes. I don't want to spoil too much, but I do kind of know what we're up against. Yeah, we'll get one. So that's 10 points. That's going to bring us up to 36. So it cost us 670, so we are left with a little bit of money after this. And then this is going to be the army that we're using. I didn't have a strat bomber last time. I don't know what I had extra. Oh, I think I know what it was. It's because the transport costs a unit slot. And possibly also I had the infantry general, so I think I had 1 extra infantry and 1... I had 1 more infantry and 1 more tactical bomber, I think. I feel like I even had 3 artillery. Having these guys mounted is a lot more important. Okay, so objectives. What are they? We need to make a hard push for Kalice, and then probably from there push north. Unfortunately, this is an enemy airbase, which will be used to harass us if we don't take it out. Also, we kind of want to take all of these victory conditions, because that's more prestige. Everything in this, just like in Ultimate General, is persistent. So damage that we take in this battle will be carried over, experience carried over, units carried over, and the amount of money you make carried over. So actually the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw in a cheeky save. There we are. Okay, so I think I'm going to put my 2C Panzer here. I'm going to put the 38T here, supported by the 1B. What looks like it's going to be fortified. There's a bridge, but this is a bridge with a city in it. So I'm suspecting that this will be more heavily fortified, so I'm going to assign both of my artillery to the southern attack. Grenadiers, I think I'm going to send north. And then the Pioneer and their infantry I'm going to send east. Recon can go and sit there, and then our planes. It doesn't really matter where these go. Oops. Strat bomber at the back. Attack bomber can go there. And fighter can go in the centre. Because the fighter will provide air support to, I think, adjacent units. Saw a bit of Ben playing, but he was up against Norway. Yeah, that's the spoilers, third mission. Alright, I would say that we are done deploying. Everyone's on the field. Oh, actually, the only other thing which I might want to do is overstrength some of my tanks. So we have the overstrength button here. It would cost an extra slot, that's what I thought. So we could basically go to strength 12 for an extra slot, but is that really worth 2 extra hit points? Not convinced. Okay, and deployment. So, this is the game itself. We have one objective down here, one objective there. I think I might send these infantry to go and capture that. So let's send you off like so. So if we attack this right now, we will take 7 damage, they will take 7 damage. I would like to even the odds a little bit, so we're going to move the artillery forwards 1 because we can free move and then shoot. But because we don't have motorized artillery, they can only move 1. And we're just going to bombard you. And you will notice here 1 health and then 4. The 1 red heart is hit points taken, and then the 4 blue hearts is how much they've been suppressed. So technically that was actually a 5 damage hit. So they've got 4 suppression. So even though there are 14 units still in this unit, only 10 of them will actually fight, which makes attacking that a lot easier. Move you to here and also bombard. So that's going to be another 3 points, 2 suppression, 1 hit point. And now if we attack, we take only 3 casualties and they take 7. Much better. We could improve the odds even further by bombing them. Only a little bit though. Our strat bombers would actually be a lot better against these cavalry that are just out in the open. Let's do that. Really like the animation for that one. So we also killed one of their ammunition. Right, next up we have tactical bombers, which we're going to use against these guys. Doing 3 points of damage and 1 suppression. So these guys are now 5 suppressed, so half of their unit is out of action. Plus the fact that we've killed 5. So attacking these guys is a lot better now. -2 to -7. Then let's send our recon up here. Have a bit of a look around. Actually, what's your special abilities? If we press the I, we can see, I think. This is actually something I forgot to check. Here we go. Recon provides accuracy bonus to adjacent enemy units. Oh, on adjacent enemy units. Oh, so they have to be adjacent. I was expecting that to be just close. Can move in steps with this movement point limit. Phased movement is really helpful. I wish more units had that. Because it means you can just go like Hey, Dana. Okay, next. I think I kind of want to press forwards with the tanks. I could even go around behind this bridge. In fact, it kind of looks like we can just take that bridge. Do I want to be quite so blasé? Not sure. Infantry against the cavalry would take casualties. The tank against the cavalry would absolutely destroy them. I'm really tempted to use my tanks to just go and take that from the back. And we can just move them back down through here. I'm pretty sure that along roads you do move a little bit further. But I don't know exactly the differences. I see this looks a bit like Unity Command 2 that I played some weeks back. Yes. I mean, it's similar in that it's a World War II hex-based game. This has less to do with supply and logistics, but I think is a little deeper in terms of the combat. And then the other thing is that we do also have the Messerschmitt, which I think I'm going to bring here just as a escort for the bombers. Then yeah, you're going to move up and attack them. 7 kills, 1 suppression. We lost 1 suppressed. That's fine. Actually, I should probably put you there because then the grenadiers could have attacked. No matter, we're going to bring the grenadiers over here. So you'll notice that this icon's slightly different. So if they move to where the spots are, that's somewhere where they can move and attack. If they go to one of these, they'll move there, then disembark, which I think increases their defenses. And if they go to just where the car is, then they use the defenses of their vehicle. And these guys are just in motorized, they're not mechanized, so you want them to disembark after. Like so. But they cannot attack if they do that. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these guys down to provide some assistance against him. And we'll move you forwards. Have a bit of a look around. You'll disembark. Oh. Oh no, that's anti-tank, so it's a good thing we didn't go here with the tanks. So we'll use the infantry and the artillery to take that out, and I think I will send the tanks north. Let's send you to here and have a look around. And you to here. Then this way we're basically blocking this bridge off, so this cavalry is now completely unsupported. Which I quite like. Alright, infantry attacks. Let's go take this town. We also get the mass attack bonus because there are 2 adjacent infantry units. What exactly that does, I don't know. You can't hover over it and it doesn't actually tell you. But I'm sure it's good. 8 damage, 3 suppression, and they moved away. Which is unfortunate because I can't now take it. Do I have anyone that can still move? No. And everyone has now moved. So one thing you can see here is if they have this red icon, that means that they have not yet attacked. If they have the green one, they still haven't moved. Oh, the tooltips are wrong. It's the other way around. Red for attack, green for move. It makes the attack stronger. Yeah, I assumed that. I just don't know by how much. Okay, I would say that that was a pretty good first turn. Here comes the Polish Air Force. And the Polish Cavalry. Fighting the Pioneers. Ooh, doing a lot of damage too. Who did? This is gonna hurt. Less than I thought. They do not like my Pioneers. With good reason. Okay, so this town is as good as ours. We will need to go and send our fighters off to go and shoot their tactical bombers. So, oh, hang on. There's something even more important I need to do. I believe... Yeah, you can actually name units. So instead of these being the first Grenadier, I'm going to start using subscribers. So at the moment, the only one to subscribe today has been Scapper. So I'm going to name the advanced tank after you. And if anyone else subscribes in the next, 30 seconds, I will be sure to name something after you. Otherwise, I'll be just pulling subscribers from my Twitch list, which I will do now in the interim. Because I realise I've not named anything after subscribers and patrons for quite a while. I've just been playing games where you can't really do it, and in this one you can. And I really want to do that, because it's a great system. Right, let me remember how on earth to do that. It's in here, and then here, here, Download sublist. It is now the 28th of January 2020. Okay, let's take a look. Start out with the infantry. So we have got Slubber King, the Grenadier. Slubber Grenadier. Then we've got Gold Flabius, the Pioneers. And Coach Duke, the Ver Infantry. We've got Riak, Ver Infantry. Scapper's already been named as the tank. I'll wait with the tanks to see if there's other people that want them. And we've got Bob Babson, the Recon. We have Bosterman. We'll just call you Boss, the 10.5. And Historical. Historical Kill. I like it. Good name for artillery. And then the Fighters. Sixo. So it seems low resistance date accurate for the 25th of next month, sooner than expected. Yeah, that's accurate. They tweeted about it. And then we've got Jack the Ripper. Our Messerschmitt. And then the Strat Bomber. Jigsy. Alright, then tanks. Black Isis. That's a really good name for a Panzer division. The Black Isis. I like it. Ah, Tintuna. Tuna. Tintuna, the 2 C's. Wait, did that not save? Oh, god damn it. Oh, and it actually lists what they are under. Alright, let's do that again. This was Slubber King. Okay, I need to press enter. Pioneers are Gold Flabius. I actually like this system even better. This is good. Coach Duke. The fact that it tells you what they are underneath. It's good. It's very good. Riak. And the big tank was Scapper. I'll come back to you afterwards. Bob Babson. We've got the artillery. Bosterman. Then we've got Historical Kill. And then 6. 6-0. And Jack the Ripper. Jigsy. Black Isis and Tintuna. Awesome. So our forces are now all named. Pretty handy thing to have the type under the name. Yeah, I was really worried because the names were the type. It was like the first Panzer 2Cs. But not anymore. It's now Tintuna and it says underneath. Like that's... As a streamer, this is the kind of feature I like to see in a game. It is just so handy for naming stuff. So that's really, really cool and I love it. Alright, so, fighters, we need you to go after their aircraft. Let's just deselect you for a second. You are a tactical bomber. You're a tactical bomber. You are both the same type. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly here. And we're going to go and shoot you down. So we did 5 damage to them. We took just 1. That's fine. Then we have a tactical bomber. Tac bombers are usually better against armor. Although this tac bomber would actually do a decent amount of damage against these guys. I think that you're as good as dead. I think I might go after the AT. And we have the strat bomber. Who can go after these guys, I think. Okay, artillery. Again, is going to creep forwards and then be able to provide fire support. I think I might go again after the AT, because I don't want the AT in a position to support against other units. So you fire at them. Oh, we killed that. Good. Let's do the AT. So this AT is now, again, halfway towards shattered. And in fact, we can launch a big attack with you. Oh, I shouldn't have do that. That's a bit of a mistake. Well, let's have you drive in to here. Not support, unfortunately. You're going to back off. You are. Cool. Again, doesn't help me. I have nothing which can move in. These guys are getting a little bit beaten up for my liking. That's true. Yeah, we'll have you go and capture that. There we go, and we also get some prestige, which will allow me to get some reinforcements. Good point. Let's have the tanks go after you. And have the infantry move up to here and take them out. Oh, you didn't? That's irritating. Then we'll have the tank move up to the bridge and just provide some extra threat. You are currently encircled. This is not a good place for you to be. That's AT. Crap. Huzzah! Yeah, and if I attack them, I'll take more damage because this AT will provide cover support. Scapper might well be in trouble here. Darkfighter, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Yay! Got my wings back. Congratulations for that, Darkfighter, and thank you again for the support. Appreciate it. I like how I was going to use my tanks to attack in this direction. They're all up here now. The only thing that I can really do is try to push this guy back so that he can escape.